Now that I have the steel strapping on the walls, the next order of operations will be to put sheathing on the roof. As you can see, I've started laying out the exact dimensions of how far beyond the edge I want it to extend here. This will be 8 inches beyond for the overhang. This will come down even with these overhangs in the walls, and then the steel will go about 3/4 of an inch beyond this. I'm going to use this lap siding on the edge, the 2x6 lap siding, so that when you look underneath the eaves, it will look correct and it'll be lapped, and also help provide weather resistance for when wind and rain and things blow up under the eaves. In the center here, I'm going to use this 1x6 non-lap siding that was originally on the roof of the barn that I took down, and the theory is that the tar paper will seal up any cracks in that, and it should also just free up as much of this lap siding as possible for the walls. Because while I should have plenty, I'm not like 110% sure that I'll have plenty, so I'm just making sure to use this where possible. Now that I have the base floorboards in here, I'm starting to put this 1x8 on top. It looks really cool. It's kind of an old weathered look, and I'm looking forward to when I actually have it in as a floor. It should look super neat. But I'm just setting these here loosely at the moment so I can put the ladder on them. And then up here in the top, I'm going to start putting steel strapping across the top just to hold those together from left to right and right to left, and that will help keep the roof from sagging under load. Here's the first of the brackets. As you can see, it's kind of trying to split a little bit there on the ends. Still pretty strong, but there's only enough room to put one nail in the end of it. I suppose I could stick another one in, but just split out more and probably just go with one. I might also pre-drill the holes in the next one just to keep it from splitting as much. It doesn't need to be that strong, it's just going to hold a single board here, but it'd be good if it doesn't split. Got the tar paper on now. My mom helped hold it down because it's a bit breezy. You can see the wheat waving in the wind there. So now I just need to cut my roofing to the right length, install more drip edge around the rest of it. Started here, see I haven't done it yet there. And to cut the roofing, I'm going to lay it down and use a skill saw. Hopefully that'll work well, we will find out. I laid all these boards on top of the roof here to keep the wind from catching the tar paper and blowing it off. I had put this bottom section here, and then I was getting more tar paper put on the top section there, and a little gust of wind came along, just lifted it up and kind of tore the end just a little tiny bit. So I stuck those there just for safeguard, because the staples just weren't enough to hold it. got the roofing done now. Got most of the screws in and everything lined up, and it's all pretty solid. Don't have the ridge cap yet. I still need to find a ridge cap. I haven't managed that. The barn was a 2-pitch offset that I took down, so there was no ridge to put a cap on. So I'm just have to wait around until I find that. It's pretty sealed up in the meantime, though. It's got tar paper under there, two layers in the ridge and just one down where it doesn't overlap. I also need to get 100 more screws because the box of 400 didn't quite do it because there are a lot of screw holes in this metal, and I'm just going along and filling every single one so they won't leak. But it's pretty much done.